Afternoon, and thanks for joining us right here on this drizzly Monday, my friend.
That it is.
And
Well,
you,
what
how
out
are you?
there? I'm pretty good. Excited to be
Okay,
back
I
Monday.
am telling you, last night I was up till about 12:15 watching the Oscars. Now, I know we don't normally, we're going to talk a little bit more in detail for what's poppin', but I have to just toss you over to this sound and tell me what you think about one of the biggest disasters
Everyone's talking about it.
in
Accidents
TV history, my friend.
No, there's a mistake. Moonlight, you guys won Best Picture.
Moonlight won. Come on, this is not a joke. This is not a joke. I'm afraid they read the wrong thing.
This is not a joke. Moonlight has won Best Picture. Moonlight, Best Picture.
Of course, this was just after Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty had announced that the winners were La La Land. It was an accident. Of course, this has made world news. And, you know, just remember that they do make two envelopes, one for the actual winner and one for records. They accidentally picked up Best Actress envelope.
Right.
Big mistake.
And so when you open it up, you saw Emma Stone winning for La La Land, which she did win, but...
She did. And very uncomfortable and cringeworthy.
Well, especially because they started giving acceptance speeches.
I know.
It wasn't noticed right away.
They handled it very gracefully, I must say. They were in the speeches
But
and
what
everything.
do you do, man?
Think of Steve Harvey with the Miss Universe.
Miss Universe.
And he actually tweeted, he's like, hey, call me, I know how to fix this.
Yeah, and I really felt like Jimmy Kimmel did an amazing job. He did try to cover it up, but it really wasn't. But also, the accountancy firm came out and took responsibility as well. Look, all in all, I think, number one of the best Oscars shows I have ever seen.
Oh, wow. I recorded it, so, you know, we have to go to bed a little earlier, but I'm going to watch it all when
Nicole
I get back.
Kidman, absolutely stunning. Hey, we won't go on about it.
And we've got Best Dress coming up, some of
we've
your
got Best
favorites.
Dress. We've
We'll
got
have that.
everything
What's
going
poppin'?
on. I wanted to touch on something, Katie, that you were talking about. We have a lot of conversation when it comes to guys versus girls.
Yeah, we're always
And
bringing up
there's
these dating topics.
Yes, so
And,
what have you got for
Yeah,
me?
I want to get your guys, your take on this. This is a list of things that women will never understand about men. So we'll show you this list. The first thing on the list, your need to fix everything. And we don't mean fix, you know, like furniture or something like that. We talk about this a lot, or at least I do with my girlfriends. Sometimes, ladies, we just want to vent. You know, I want to be able to call my boyfriend and complain that Troy and I had this fight with at work and complain, and I'm not asking him to call Troy and speak to him and fix it for me.
So
I just want
you're
him.
saying
I just
that-
want to vent,
you're
and
just
men
saying
don't
that the
understand
guy-
the venting.
Yeah.
They want to fix your problems.
Sometimes we wanna
without-
get in there.
but we just want you to listen to our problems.
Well, we want to help.
Yeah, the man wants to help.
Interesting.
If it's my significant other, I want to help. You know?
I had a boyfriend tell me once, I'm talking about a work issue, and he said, do you want me to call them for you? My boss, like, what?
Are you
No,
kidding
I
me?
just want you to listen
If
to what I'm
anyone
saying.
said that to me,
Yeah.
I would slap them.
Or if I'm saying, or if you're just talking about even just relationships, fights with girlfriends. I think that men don't understand the venting that women do. Sometimes we just want you to empathize. We don't need you to fix it.
Yeah.
Do you as men feel compelled to fix problems for your partner?
Most certainly not, but I do understand what it's like to vent. And you know, you've seen me vent.
Oh, yes, we
And
have.
once I'm vented, I'm over. It's done.
But how do you
not
feel,
always.
Have a
Eric?
cup of
Eric, you
coffee.
kind of said, what do you think? If your girlfriend or someone is complaining to you about, you know, an issue, do you feel compelled? You're like, well, you're telling me because you want me to fix it.
It depends on what the issue is. I
Okay.
think, you know, you could only help so much with certain situations. Like, I wouldn't call your coworkers. I'm sorry, I don't feel comfortable
Right.
doing that. That's a little.
Yeah, I wouldn't
that's
do
a
that
But I
bit
think
much.
sometimes even in just giving advice, and sometimes then the woman will get annoyed by the advice. We didn't really want the advice. We
But-
just want you to listen to our problems.
Now, say you went to the store or whatever, and they treated you poorly or messed something up. I would be more than comfortable being like, "Hey, listen."
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I get where you're coming from. I've been the first person to ring a friend and say, now I'm not wanting your advice, I just want you to listen to me.
I just want you to listen.
Listen.
Yeah.
Because I guess it does annoy me when my friends, not my partners, gee, it makes me sound like a polygamous partners.
Well, looking back over
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're
I would rather say to my friends, now I'm not asking for you to help me or give me advice, but this is what's happening.
Just hear me out.
Yeah,
well, I
hear
just
me
want
out.
you to know that that's what I want, which brings us to the second one, not knowing when something is wrong. Women always will say nothing, but that means something's completely wrong.
That's the bad word.
What do you guys think?
Well, why do you guys hold it in? Why don't you just say this is what's wrong?
Because we feel that you should just know.
But we don't. We're clueless in some regard there. But
Well,
yeah.
I don't think every man's clueless.
No, some got it figured out more than others. But yeah, that one's a frustrating one for us because sometimes we honestly have no idea.
But I think a lot of times you know what you did, and you're trying to ignore it.
Then you go and do your little silent treatment, like.
Yeah, you deserve it.
Why do you gotta?
I feel that way with you in the morning.
Why do
all
you gotta
the time.
play
All right.
games
Now
like
I'm
that?
getting annoyed.
All right, let's move along.
The next one, your mother is a saint.
You bet she is.
I just can't stop thinking of this example. In college, I went home with a boyfriend that his mom's a very nice lady, but she was a saint. Him could not do anything wrong. Best chef, her food will be so amazing.
Was he
He
European?
can't wait. We get there. No. They live in Chicago. We go and we have to have this amazing cooking, and nothing is as good as what she makes, even things I had made for him. He's always talking about her macaroni and cheese. I saw later in the evening in the trash, it was Stouffer's. It was frozen macaroni and cheese.
Oh, you're nasty.
But his mom is just a saint no matter what. But I would say she was a very nice lady. I loved her. But do you think that people are a little blinded
Hey,
by
no one cooks like my
humans
grandmother.
are still,
No,
parents
cool.
are still humans.
I mean, that's
don't
your
know.
mother. I love my mother
I mean,
very
I
much.
love
she's,
moms,
she's
too.
the best. She birthed you. Like, you gotta love your mother.
No, we're not talking
Well,
about
no, that's not
loving
necessary.
mom. I think
Yeah.
everyone loves their mom.
Nothing
You
is
want to
wrong
meet your partner's
with
mom.
Jan
but
Burke, okay? She's perfect.
she is, and she
don't-
sends Christmas cookies.
And don't you send.
Okay, number 4,
say
very
anything
quickly.
different.
Let's touch on that one.
Number four, your inability to multitask. Do you think that men can multitask?
Yes, I do.
I make a lot of lists. Gotta have a list.
But do you multitask?
I do. I try to.
Yeah.
at
Well,
least.
I think we're a little bit different in this business because we have to multitask.
Yeah, I think we all multitask
So
a
I
lot.
think general guys out there. I was chatting to a buddy of mine the other night in Australia. I'm talking about the Oscars. He's telling me he's building a table, and he said, "Look, I can't focus. I need to go."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What?"
If it's IKEA furniture,
Yeah, I know,
that
it's
is a
like-
task, though.
Okay,
That is
never
a
admitting
I will
you're
find.
wrong.
I don't think men can
Never
multitask,
admitting
but
you're wrong,
never
that's right.
admitting you're wrong.
We're stubborn.
No, I think it's nice to say.
Do you think men are more stubborn than women?
If I'm clearly at fault, no. You guys are tough cookies. Y'all think you're innocent.
See, I'm quick to just admit that I'm wrong or apologize, but I usually don't mean it. I'm just doing it because
Just to get
I
it
have
over
to.
with.
Okay, well, Eric, going from that to, man gives up careers for their wives and children.
Is this socially acceptable in this day and age? I mean, we're kind of instilled with you're the man of the house. You go to work, you make your wage, and support your family. I think things have changed so drastically over the past couple of years that now it's kind of becoming the norm that, well, maybe your wife is making oodles more money than you, and I'm okay with that. I think as long as we could support our family, that's the goal here. But do you think it's kind of
Well, this is a new
frowned
survey
upon?
that came out, isn't it? Saying
It
that
is.
it's the way to go now, that you shouldn't be really frowning.
And
on
I
it.
think there's nothing wrong with being a stay-at-home dad. I think, play an equal role, if not a greater role, in raising your kids.
Well, it's interesting because a few of my buddies in Australia have very successful wives, and I was telling you off camera, one of them was in the Navy.
Yep.
And they decided very early on that one was going to earn more than the other.
Yeah.
And of course, the wife had a bigger possibility to earn the dollars. And so he decided, it was his choice, to actually give up the Navy. And I can't tell you how amazing this man is to look after his 2 boys, to
Yeah, I
do the
love
house,
that.
and he has no issues.
Yeah.
Everyone teases him.
Sounds
we
like
all
fun.
have a good laugh. But he's a great dad, and I think some men more than women pick on guys for doing it because they're like, well, you're supposed to be out earning the bucks.
Yeah, I think
and
women like it. And I think
it's a bit of
women
a
find it
sissy thing to
endearing a
do.
man who likes to be around their children and raising
Yeah.
them and involved. But yeah, I think there's a bit of a double standard there. But I think whatever works for your family, go for it. I don't know.
I agree with you, and I think what works for you doesn't mean it works for someone else.
Why,
And
why is there just, this is the norm, accept it?
because society allows.
we're bad people.
Well, no. I think for generations, families have believed. Listen, I'll be the first one to tell you. My father, he said to me, if I decided to do hairdressing, which you all know that was my career before I got into TV, he wouldn't financially support me because he felt it was a woman's job. But guess what, Dad? What's happened now?
Right,
Do you know what I
successful,
mean?
yeah.
I'm the only one in my family that works, so I just find it quite strange. But I also know that he's very proud.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I think
you know.
I'm seeing more of a trend towards both parents working. I think that I've seen a lot growing up, or with my parents' generation. It's, yes, usually typically the man that was working, the woman at home. But now I'm not seeing as much of a stay-at-home dad and a working mom, but I am seeing more two incomes. Both parents are working, and I like that. I think that's a great. I love it.
It's nearly
I think that's like a
impossible.
great example for your kids
It
too,
is.
and I think that's becoming less ridiculed, where people would look down on women for doing that.
Yeah.
And I think this is more showing that society's attitude is changing towards women can be powerful and be in the workplace and support their families and still be great moms. So I think that's
agree.
kind of what this
But
is
I
showing.
often thought when I was growing up, I was jealous of my friends who had their mum stay at home and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It was weird because not that my mother worked full time, but it was just a different scenario.
Different dynamic.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy. Hey, something about dynamics and later in life. How do you both feel about kids doing chores? There was this new survey that came out and basically said that if kids do chores when they're younger, they will be more successful in life and actually get ahead and understand that there are things that have to happen on an everyday basis.
And we've talked about that on this show, that the work ethic is the most important thing kids are learning when they're young, before even what they learn in school. It's the work ethic they learn at home.
And
so
they
I
say
think that's how you do
the
chores.
study also says that they will be better employees who have the skills to collaborate with co-workers, will be more empathetic towards others, and can take on tasks independently. Look, I've said on this show before that I've got 6 godchildren. And I believe I've always, when I used to see
love
them
that
quite,
photo.
isn't that cute? When I used to see them a lot in Australia, I would make them do chores with me.
I grew up doing chores.
Yeah.
Every Saturday, you had to clean your room, you had to clean a bathroom, and then in the summer, had to work in the yard before you made any plans with your friends. And I mean, I hated it at the time,
Did you?
but
Yeah.
now I'm like, well, it's part of being a kid.
What do you
and
like at cleaning the house now? Is your house
I'm very
pretty
good. Yeah.
Okay.
And honestly, a lot of the fixing up stuff that I know how to do around the house, I learned because
Yeah.
I had to
Yeah.
do it with my dad. Like sump pumps. I'm a master at sump pumps.
A what?
A sump pump.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know
Oh.
what that is.
You don't, both of you?
We both need you, I guess.
Yes. So when we have a
When you're
sump
sump pump, I'm your
I
guy.
don't know what it is.
I'll
Hey,
get you
but
all
I was
sorted out.
also thinking, you know, my mother also taught me to iron and do the washing and things like that. I did find it interesting that later in life I've never needed to do anything
Yes.
like that. But don't you find that important that guys also need to know
Yeah, I
how
think
to
that's
cook?
very important.
You know?
I don't mind cooking. I'm not very good with the iron, though. That's not my strong point.
Well, no, okay. Well, I noticed some of
I
my...
think that we have to go beyond the gender stereotypes for what you're teaching your children, because now people are living longer periods of their life single outside of leaving their parents' home.
Yeah.
So as a woman, you know, my parents taught me how to use a basic tool set, basic things for my car, things like that. Do I use them all? No, but I know how.
Do you know how to change a tire?
I do know how, yeah.
You call AAA.
Yeah, I call
wouldn't
AAA.
know. I wouldn't know how
But
to
I
change a
would know
tire.
how, or little things like that. Just like I think men need to know how to cook or do their laundry, because probably once they get out of college, they're going to do those things. So I think it's important for
Well,
everyone to know.
especially since we're not cohabitating so
Right.
early on in life.
Yeah,
We're not
that's what I
getting
think.
married so early. The long gone are the days
You gotta
where
fight for
you'd be
myself.
married at
Oh, yeah.
24,
Yeah.
and you know it's different now. Like guys and gals are living separately. They do need to cook, and you know it's interesting.
You got to support
It's
yourself.
We'll just have to
interesting,
lean
my
on you
friend.
for our sump pumps. They'll
Okay.
help us.
You let me know when there's an issue.
What is a sump pump?
It,
You
it,
didn't tell us.
it collects the water that like you use it for like your drain, say you do dishes, and then it pumps it out.
Oh.
But they break. And then,
No, there's the person in the house that fixes that you call them.
oh
What are they
yeah,
called?
well you could do that too, but it's nice to know how
What
to
do
do
you
these
call
things.
those?
on your own.
Maintenance man.
Maintenance man.
Oh, we could call you for free.
part of home
Yeah.
ownership.
Okay, that's
There you
what's
go.
going to happen. Hey, buddy, what's